about 5 minutes to talk about the college enrollment and payment timeline. So if you have already been approved, received your financial aid award letter from the various colleges or college that you've applied to, what happens now between now and August or September, whenever it is that the academic year starts for your student? It's a popular question that we get at MEFA, particularly in terms of borrowing. Some people want to know when they need to start looking for loans, when they need to make up their mind. Are they already behind when it comes to making their loan applications? At this point in April, I'll just say off the bat, it's still very early. You're definitely not late. And having mentioned that, I'll explain why and talk about some of the things that are going to happen between now and August or now and September. The first thing that's going to happen, and that you really have to be concerned with, is that May 1st is going to be the deadline for you to put a deposit down, which is often non-refundable at the college of your choice. And that can range anywhere from $50 to $500 or so dollars. So again, this is non-refundable. The first thing that you have to do in this whole process is basically decide where it is that the student is going to be attending, make that deposit, and secure the student's spot there, and also accept all or some of the financial aid award that was granted to you. After that, the general timeline of things goes like this. The bill for the fall semester will be sent from the college in June or July. So you should start to look for that in June or July from the college. Could be mailed, could be emailed. So if time has gone by and you're not seeing it and you're not sure, contact the financial aid office at the college and see if there's a problem, how they sent it, and how you can access it. The fall semester bill should be due earliest July or August. Okay, so that's the fall semester bill. After you put your deposit down, next thing that happens is the bill is sent out. The bill is due in July or August. In terms of applying for loans, apply for private loans at least 2 weeks before the deadline. I would actually probably stretch that out to 3 weeks just to be on the safe side. So if the payment due date is August 1st, I would make sure that you apply somewhere around the 4th of July at the latest. Now, lost something here. I apologize for that. Excuse me. So yes, I would apply somewhere around the 4th of July if your bill is due by August 1st. Now, if you wanted to apply early, you can apply now for next academic year. Some of the reasons that people might want to do that, and I'm speaking about the MEFA loan here, is if you're going to be making a deposit and holding a spot, especially if it's non-refundable, at a college by May 1st, you may want to know that you have financing lined up. So if you apply now, and you're approved, our credit decision will stand until August 1st. You might want to check with other loans because they may not have a credit decision that stands as long. For example, I think for the Federal Plus loan, it might not be quite long enough at this point to apply, but just make sure. The other thing I want you to know is that you can apply, be approved, and do everything that you need to do for the MEFA loan in one day. So you can apply, get your credit decision pretty much instantly, sign the loan paperwork, and get that back to us in one afternoon. It's all the stuff behind the scenes, getting the schools to certify, waiting for a right to cancel period, and just getting the actual funds to the college. That might take another week or two after that. Having said that, a lot of times the school is okay knowing that there is money coming if they can see that it's approved, if they know that they've certified it and they're expecting it at a certain date. Just make sure with them that that's the case, that if you have a loan in process, let them know that it is in process, you have been approved, is the student okay to start school if they're gonna have the money maybe a week later? The last thing I want to mention is setting up payment plans according to the college schedule. Now, payment plans are a good option to consider. They're not necessarily for everybody, but if you can do them, it's definitely worth it to do it. They're called interest-free monthly payment plans or interest-free monthly tuition payment plans. Check with the financial aid office because they more than likely go through a third-party lender for this type of thing. It's basically a system where anything you can pay on a monthly basis goes directly against the tuition. So if you can pay $100 a month, and that's over 10 months, well, that's $1,000, and that's $1,000 that you're paying directly against the tuition, and it's $1,000 that you don't have to borrow. The payment plans in length, they can run anywhere from 5 to 12 months. There's no interest on these, and there are no credit requirements to be approved. There may be a small fee of about $60 to $80 to get started, and they typically begin around May, June, or July. So they're starting in the coming months. Now, if you decide that you can do one of these and you want to do one and it's June and the payment plan started in May, should be no problem. You can just, if you were planning to do a 10-month plan, you can do a 9-month plan, and if you had an amount that you were looking to pay over the 10 months, you can just divide that over 9 months rather than 10. Or you can make back payments, however you want to do it. Again, I would contact the financial aid office for more information, and they'll refer you to the lender that they use. But it's definitely worth looking into because, as I said, anything that you can pay out of pocket now is something you don't have to borrow and don't have to make interest payments on. So what's next? Once again, pay your enrollment deposit by May 1st. Make plans to attend orientation. So the colleges should be contacting you or your student about freshman orientation coming up. If you're curious, it's usually at some point during the summer. If you're curious and you haven't seen anything yet, again, reach out to the financial aid office. I would encourage you to always keep the lines of communication open between yourself and the financial aid office. Create a plan as a family to pay the balance due. So make sure that the student understands the cost involved and what the costs are. The student, if you're borrowing a MEFA loan, it's more than likely that you have federal Stafford loans. You should, because you should take those first. Make sure that the student understands that they are responsible for this as well. And you can keep in contact with MEFA in any way that is convenient for you. So you can use MEFA.org, view webinars like this, email us, call us, visit our office. And I'll take it for questions now, which I don't know if we have any questions. It looks like not, but if you're viewing this at a later point and you have questions, don't hesitate to get in contact with us. Thank you.